Okay, again. Abostinu, good day. Fine day today. I'm alive. I've got all my gifts. You can see, you can hear, you can talk, you can think. My feet. Thankful today. People in my life. The blessings the Creator bestowed upon me. This road I have to walk. But first I want to talk about current events, the world. Russia on February 24th. Russia armed forces crossed the border to Ukraine. They attacked, they began military operations. To date, they have displaced 2.1 million people, Ukrainian people, had to flee, run away. Cities are being bombed, war jets flying over, artillery outside the city. This, according to the news media, CNN, some of those villages, small towns, leveled. People were crying outside their homes, destroyed, burned, pulling their loved ones out of the rubble. Indiscriminate. Vladimir Putin, the leader of Russia, he's trying to take over the Ukraine, the people, and he's using force. He's causing collateral damage over there. Women, kids, the elderly, disrupting their lives, changing their lives forever. Ulterior motive. He's after the resources. He's after the political might. He wants to reshape geography, the map. All this coming out what his intentions are, but we don't know his true motive. All we know is he's using force, military force. Military. His army, his air force, his navy. Crimea is already under Russian control. Kiev, I think the other city, major cities. They're surrounded. There's a 40-mile long caravan, soldiers, troops, tanks, artillery. They're waiting. In the meantime, the Ukrainian people are suffering. They bombed a hospital. They bombed a daycare. They bombed residential with no military applications, no military connection. Just going ahead, wanton destruction. And the people over there, my heart goes out to them, us Indians over here. It's now, the date today is March 9th. Been 2 weeks, 13 days into his invasion. Already 2.1 million people displaced. They crossed the borders to Poland, mostly Poland. The $10 billion estimated damage done. When the invasion began, our hearts, us Indian people, most people around the globe, this were Makujine, them Trustamine and Kipjan, people that live on earth. Sadene, hostages, no good people. They encourage Russia. Us native people, the spiritual people, we offered prayers, ceremony in our own way, because we know what was coming. We know what the Ukrainian population was in for. We know what's going to follow. If history repeats itself, we know what those Ukrainian people are facing. Most importantly, the reason why it hit home to us Indians here in Yamaguchi, North America. Because we know what they went through. We know what they're going through. We went through it. I'm going to refer to some notes I was taking here. The first one I'm going to make reference to the indigenous people, the Indians here on this land. In between 1830 and 1850, years ago, east of the Mississippi, there was 5 tribes, 5 civilized tribes that are known as Cherokee, Muskogee, Creek, Seminole, Chickasaw, Choctaw. East of the Mississippi. At the time, these Indians were living peaceful with the white settlers, the occupying force. They brought with them, when Christopher Columbus landed, they brought with them a different set of ideals, a different set of values. A hierarchy, God, the Pope, or the King, the Pope, and so on and so forth, right to the bottom. That was the structure they brought with them. And with them, they brought a monetary system, they brought a judicial system, they brought their laws, they brought their values, all based on materialistic values, materialistic objectives. They own the earth, they control the world, they can take as they please for the betterment of the hierarchy, not the people. The people were just pawns, led to believe free land over there. Plentiful. You don't have to live in these conditions we created over here in Europe. Over there, open resources, fresh water, ideal conditions. But we will have our armies, we will have our laws, we will have our judicial system, we will have our monetary system, we will bring our religion. You have to obey the good book. That's what they bought over here. But over here, We had a different set of ideals. We had our own commerce. We had our own trade. We lived with nature. We're governed by nature. Our timeline, our sense of time wasn't a clock, wasn't years, wasn't weeks, wasn't months. Our timeline was the revolution of the 4 seasons, the moons that came with it. 13 moons in one cycle. Summertime, time of growth, prosperity. Rejoice. A lot of tribes, a lot of them had ceremony. Summertime was a new beginning. Fresh hope. Life was easy. Food was plentiful. Plants growing. Harvest, eat. Animals. The birds. Fish. Whatever region, life was plentiful. Summertime. Fall time. Harvest. Get ready. Cold is coming. We need to ubit. Oyagam. Winapchini. Pijuri. Cabin. Got you. Prepared your hides. Whatever it is, whatever area you prepared for winter and the fall time.